This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so Eddie Hearn spoke to RD Boxing where they asked him the question of, have you spoken to Deontay Wilder? And Eddie Hearn responded with, maybe, a little sheepish grin on his face. So that will tell us, yes, he has. Because if he hasn't, he would have said, no, I haven't spoken with him, not yet, or whatever. So that will tell us, for sure, he's definitely spoken to Deontay Wilder. Now, firstly, big up to RD Boxing for actually asking that question, because I'm surprised about how many outlets didn't. I'm surprised about that. But they did, and Eddie Hearn has quite clearly spoken to Deontay Wilder. Now, of course, I did a video on this a couple of days ago, and a lot of people thought that, based on my thumbnail, Deontay Wilder had actually signed with Matchroom. And that's a compliment to my editing skills, but quite clearly didn't read the title. The title was a question, not a statement. But listen, I don't even have Photoshop or anything like that. All the thumbnails that I do, quite literally, are me pretty much drawing them out, okay? No editing software, no nothing, okay? Which is why my thumbnails are not as good or as crisp as some others are, all right? But you know what? I'm getting there, bit by bit. I'm a bit tight to go out and get Photoshop and that. Maybe I'll do it at some point. But either way, regardless of any of that, as a lot of people were saying in that particular video of mine in the comment section, that there's no way Deontay Wilder's going to sign with Matchroom. I'm living in La La Land, okay? I'm making up stories. I'm living in dreamland, all that kind of stuff. But listen, personally, I don't care where Deontay Wilder goes. I don't care where anybody goes. As long as you fight, as long as you test yourself, and as long as you get paid. Yeah, I care whether or not fighters get paid. Because at the end of the day, for Deontay Wilder to be quite upset with the PBC, as he's put out quite recently, that fighters should get paid, and they should get paid on time and not wait no weeks or months or all that kind of stuff. And he's absolutely correct. And Deontay Wilder, whether or not he needs the money that he's owed from the PBC or not, it's irrelevant. It's principle in mind. You get asked to do a job, you do that job, you expect to get paid at the amount that you agreed before the fight and on time. It's principle. Deontay Wilder has quite clearly recognised what the rest of us have, so big up to him, that PBC ship hit that iceberg quite some time ago and the hours are ticking away. It's sinking. He's found the life raft and he's got out of there, or he's trying to get out of there. And if you're a PBC fighter, if you're going through, say, for example, what Adrian Brown has gone through, where he's saying he hasn't been paid for his last 6 fights, and that would include a hell of a lot of money, especially with the Manny Pacquiao fight being one of them, right? He hasn't been getting paid, or he's been getting paid little bits here and there, a grand a day, $250 a day. I mean, imagine that. Quite clearly, something's happening with the PBC where they're not paying the fighters their full amount because they're using that money to either keep it in their bank to build up interest, or they're paying other fighters to keep on shows. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what it sounds like, right? But that said, Deontay Wilder is recognised. Time to get off that ship and go speak to other promoters. See what deals are out there for me. Because at the end of the day, he ain't getting any younger. He's at the tail end of his career now. And he needs to, and he will want to get back in title contention, get world title shot again. If he wins the world title, defend the belt, fight the best fighters he possibly can, big fights, super fights, and get paid. And not only get paid, but get paid well and get paid on time for the correct amount that you agree before the fight. You fight on the Saturday night, Monday morning, when the banks are open, you should expect to see your money in the bank, right? It's not a lot to ask, is it? Matchroom will do that. Whether you like Matchroom or whether you don't, Matchroom pay, and they pay on time. Okay? That's it. Now, for those who say that Deontay Wilder will not sign with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, listen, maybe you're right. Maybe he's going to go to BLK Prime, okay, or whatever. Maybe Top Rank, who knows? But as I said before, it's business. When you're a boxer, okay, you're no longer a human being, okay? You're not a human being. You're not Deontay Wilder, the man, the father, the husband, all that kind of stuff. You are Deontay Wilder, the product. You are the boxer, the product. They want to make money on you, and you want to make money from them. It's a business. Treat it as a business. So whatever feelings that he has towards Eddie Hearn, any kind of resentment that he has towards Eddie Hearn, rightfully or wrongfully, you leave that at the door. This is about business. What have you got for me? What's the plan? And how much are you going to pay me? Simple as that. If the numbers sound good, then you put your name on that contract. Very, very simple. It's not complicated. So yes, Deontay Wilder, at this stage of his career, get the fights, get the money. And not only that, him going on DAZN as an example, it's a global platform. So he will build a new fan base. New eyes will get to see him, because when you're fighting on PBC shows, they're US based. We don't have Showtime and Fox in most of the countries around the world. If you want to watch these kind of fights, you have to find other ways and probably pay for it. People ain't going to do that. So at least with DAZN, with all the countries that it's in, you're building up a new audience. Now, if Wilder ended up joining up with Matchroom and whatever else, I'm sure a lot of his current fans who've blown smoke up his backside are probably going to turn on him. That's probably a good thing, because a lot of those fans, these race baiters, Wilder needs to get away from them. They have killed his personality. They have killed his stock. They've ruined it for him. So he needs to get away from these people and build a new audience. Quite honestly, he'll leave the PBC. I will interview him. All right? If he wants to, of course. He probably won't. But if he did, I would do it. I'm not interested in interviewing PBC fighters. I'm not. Especially those who are brainwashed by this racist cult. Not the PBC themselves, but some of the fans, right? But at the end of the day, Wilder going to Matchroom, Wilder going to Top Rank, Wilder going to BLK Prime, you go where it feels right, you go where the money is, and you go where your career path sounds the best. Simple as that. It's not about personal feelings, it's business. Get that money, get those fights. If you win, great. If you lose, no problem. At least you give it a go. And that's all, me personally, that I've ever asked of Deontay Wilder. Give it a go. You've got Joshua there, you've got Dillian White there, you've got Herkovich, you've got whoever, Usyk, whatever you want to do, give it a go. If you come up short, so what? You come up short. It's a sport. You're supposed to lose sometimes. So anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens if Deontay Wilder signs with Matchroom. I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, they have deep pockets when it suits. I wouldn't rely on them to win purse bids, but they do have deep pockets when it suits. Obviously, he ain't going to be getting no 100 million deal you wouldn't have thought, or if he does, snap him up, because I'm pretty sure Wilder must look back on that whole Anthony Joshua situation of being offered 100 million, 120 million, whatever it was, and he got convinced to turn it down. You get rid of those people who convince you to turn that down, because he must be kicking himself daily from that. Daily. Listen, he's earned good money, but he ain't had 100 million for 2 fights. So go get that money, however much it is. If that's the best offer out there, take it with both hands. Give it your best for the remainder of your career. Move on. Very simple, isn't it? Business, not personal. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.